And welcome back to Zach Talks Hawks here as we continue our Seattle Vipers Madden 12 football content. Last week we were able to take on the LA Reign in our preseason week 3 matchup, and we got thumped. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some preseason cuts for the Seattle Vipers. I did some research off screen, and I've come to the conclusion over the guys that we're going to cut here. We have 8 cuts we need to make. The first one is going to be, unfortunately, Jamie Murphy. He really didn't do a lot for us as we tried to figure out this quarterback room. Again, we don't really know the overall ratings of these guys, so we're going to be moving on from him. We're also going to make some cuts in the safety department with Demetrius Bolton, PJ Palmer, or O'Neal Stanley. And where I landed is Demetrius Bolton should go, just because I want us to play with a certain aggression that 54 strength just isn't going to do for us. And Bolton's done some nice things for us in the preseason, but he's going to have to leave. Also going to make a cut here in this room, and we've had some crazy good play out of our free safety class. We have talked about Delvin Watts. We have talked about Gerald Calhoun, and we've talked about Bradley Hardaway as well. And for me, what really sets this off from the rest is, if I go all the way over here, is can't find it now. This injury rating. Yep. Why didn't I go all the way to the end? I knew Madden had injury all the way at the end, but Delvin Watts is a little more injury prone than the rest of the guys, so we are going to say goodbye to him. We also have a lot of corners on this team. We have 7 corners that we really need to address the room. You have Adarius Terrell and Cameron Benjamin, just 2 guys we really haven't heard a lot from. They are also the oldest out of our corner room, so we are going to let them go, and we're going to rock with these 5 cornerbacks on the team. Taking a look, as you can tell, the theme of this week is defense. We are going to cut not anybody from here. The middle linebacker group, we're going to get rid of Devonta Sanders. Just really underwhelming here in preseason. Really hasn't made a big splash, so I haven't seen a lot from him. And then this might be one of the more surprising moves because he has made some plays for us, Darius Watts. Again, it comes down to what we know. We know he's the slowest left outside linebacker. We know he's the weakest outside linebacker. We know he's not as agile as the other 2. He plays way above his ratings, but unfortunately, we have to see him go. I also want a 4 defensive tackle room, and we really haven't seen a whole lot from these guys just in general, but we are going to get rid of Ransford Reese here with 70 overall strength. Again, going off of what we know, he's just not going to be able to make some noise, and as you can see, fine, I didn't want to be on this team anyway. Well, you have your wish. 8 players later, we're going to simulate this week and get to it here as we move forward in our weeks. All right, and here we are facing off against the Denver Predators here in Seattle for our final preseason action. We're going to let the depth charts play as they should, and we're going to play this game, learn what we can, and make some final cuts before we go into the regular season. So here we are, Denver Predators, Seattle Vipers, in some ZFL football action. And welcome as the Predators take on the Vipers here in Seattle. As you can see, nothing's changed. We're going to go with game flow, picking our plays, and the game is underway here in Seattle. It's really a tell-all game for us here. I think that we're going to learn a lot from this squad, how we stack up. And, of course, the big storyline being this quarterback room. How do we get some answers out of what's in front of us? Campo looks back. He's got a man right away, and that's Tamini making the grab on the outside for the first down. We're really good at running those play-action routes, and I think that's going to be a strength of this team moving forward. So, how are you, YouTube? I'm doing pretty well. We've been able to now go through the NFL draft. I am in the middle of making some Seattle Seahawks NFL content for you in a draft recap video. I'm not going to spoil it, but if you follow on Twitter, you know that I have some opinions about everything that went on. Here's Brown probably getting his last shot to stay on the team this week, so good to see him in early and often. Connor Campbell is getting the start this week after being injured for a little while. He's going to get it out there to Hannah, almost to 20. Hannah's got 2 good catches already. Looking for that wide receiver 2 job. But yeah, I have my opinions on some aspects of the Seattle draft. All in all, it was a decent draft. I think time will tell. I saw something on Twitter this week about how there was an update basically to the Russell Wilson trade. So they took what Seattle traded away, and they took, there's Douglas, first down, and what we traded to Denver, and then also what Denver traded back, and they just plugged in the picks that Seattle was able to do coming off of that trade. And I can honestly say, if it pans out in the future, maybe this will work. The only way I can see this trade not working at this point is if Denver wins a Super Bowl this year. If they win a Super Bowl this year, then everybody that roots for the Seahawks has every right to go, what in the world? We got gypped. But this has kind of been the story of our preseason here. We've gotten to the red zone and we can't really go anywhere. I want to audible Douglas, but I'm not going to. Probably should have, but it doesn't matter. There he is on the outside. That's Mantra Kirk. He's 4th on the wide receiver depth chart. He gets a touchdown. And let me tell you, he was injured our first preseason game. We have not seen him take the field, but Connor Campbell making a name for himself early here. Good stuff. I really enjoy this series when it comes to this time of year. The reason is because the USFL is starting up right now, and I don't know if you all have been watching that content as it appears, I think mainly on Fox. That's been some really interesting football, and they have some really good names as coaches. Kind of fills the void for all of us who love football. And I think that this can be a series maybe on this channel as we grow over time. This could be something we look forward to this time of year, and our corner's just getting burnt. There's Darby, and I miss, and yeesh. Touchdown. We're not good out there. We haven't been good out there all season. So that is rough. Doesn't help that Assad McGee is about the second to last corner on our depth chart right now, and he was playing out there. This preseason game's all about the bottom half of our roster, trying to figure out who makes it, and who doesn't? But unfortunately, about 8 minutes ago, I said we were going to rock with the 5 corners that we had. So, might be a long season if we have to depend on guys way down there in the depth chart. Here's Myers on the return. And can't get there. Nothing really to write home about in terms of the special team unit production this year. This preseason, rather. It's been pretty quiet. That was Lecarius Myers, our third-string corner, on the return. Campbell looking for another crack at it. Gets it to Hannah, who gets a block way downfield. Huge gain that should not have been that big, but this is good. I'm liking what we're seeing out of Connor Campbell. Not so much out of Brown, but he's moving forward. I can't complain. So I want to hear from you down in the comments. Our last few videos haven't done very well in terms of engagement, in terms of just people watching. But for anybody that does watch, I want to hear from you. What do you think about your NFL team and their draft? How did that work for you? I know for some people it can be kind of a stressful time, especially if you're a fan of a franchise who is kind of on the bubble. We're going to go for it. We've gone for it a lot this preseason, and that's kind of the theme. I don't really care because it's preseason. Does he have wheels? No, he does not. First time we gambled on that. Maybe we shouldn't have, but it doesn't matter. It's just preseason. I hate losing, and we've lost 2 preseason games in a row, so hopefully we can finish 2-2 here with a win against Denver. Starting out okay, just I can't be the one to lay back in coverage. I love, and I've said it, I think in almost every episode, but just the level of customization you get in these old Madden games. If the new Madden games attempted something like this, I know the franchise user would be a lot more active in being positive towards EA. But that's not the case. Good pass breakup there. I hope we get a replay so I can take a look at that number. Big pass over the middle. Number 26 with the pass breakup. That's our second string strong safety, PJ Palmer. So those positions are up for grabs because we whittled those rooms from 3 to 2 in the free safety, strong safety department. As Randall goes up the middle and finds nothing. Our defensive coordinator in the beginning of the year, or the beginning of preseason rather, was calling really aggressive plays. They are not doing that anymore. Going to go out in the flat, gets Yates. Good finishing tackle there. We're going to go out here for a block. Like we have a chance to block this, but we'll try. And the kick is good. 10-7 Predators. Lining up here for the kickoff. Myers again setting up for the return. He's across the 10, the 20. Makes one guy miss. Gets out to the 26. I could deal with those returns. It's the ones that don't ever get to the 20 that hurt me the most. Campbell looks, panics, and cannot find his man. What are you most excited about here as we approach the new NFL season? I think as a Seahawks fan, I mean, this is a Seahawks channel, as Brown gets 16 yards there on the reception. I think one of the more exciting things, you have to be excited at this point. You can't be angry anymore. Like, what's done is done. We're moving on. We're better for it now. But I do think one of the more exciting things for Seattle Seahawks fans is the fact that we're going to see something new. And, wow, should have been pick. We're going to see something new when it comes to Seattle football. I think gone are the days of playing it close and having those heart attack games. As Douglas cannot get there. Gone are the days of the heart attack games where we're really close and yet here we are trying to pull a victory from the jaw of defeat. We're not going to do that anymore. I think we're going to be a team that kind of knows if you're going to win or lose a game by half. Which the stress level was definitely going to go way down. I think the enjoyment level for sure will suffer a little bit. I think it'll be a little bit of an adjustment. Gone is the era of letting Russ cook, and we'll talk about it more in the draft video, but Pete's definitely made a statement about how he wants to run this football team. And that is Brendan Altman's. Oh, he's that special teamer I really like. He's our right outside linebacker. Playing middle linebacker right now. Whiff. Man, I need to get so much better at this game. But honestly, you know, we're going to be a team that isn't going to play hurry-up ball anymore. They're not going to be frantically trying to win a game at the end every single week, it seems. I think they're just going to be a slow and steady football team that says, we're going to run the ball and we're going to wear you out. Which, to be fair, is how Seattle won a Super Bowl. So, I think that's exciting. Just something new. Will it translate into wins? Time will tell. But that's what I'm excited for this year in the NFL. Taking a look here, we actually have a chance to get the ball back if we make a good stop. And we might not stop him. All right, we're going to call a timeout here because we want the ball back. We want an opportunity to score. So Hannah's going to go back here and receive. Hannah's not been the best special teamer for us. Remember, he had a fumble against Montana that was returned for a touchdown. Oh, and just as I said it, Hannah fumbles. No way. Oh, no. Oh, you can't have that. That's like his calling card now. We can't have that here. What is going on? It's just falling apart. And he, like, that's Devon Hannah. That's the guy who's been so sure for us on the offensive end that first drive, and he just cannot punt return, man. Like, he keeps fumbling the ball. That's ridiculous. We just kind of glanced over the fact we gave up a touchdown, but it is what it is. Kick is up. It is good. We all know that these games aren't necessarily for winning and losing, I guess. It's more about learning. Learning who you are, learning how to be a football team is, I am scared to run the ball with number 80. This is going to be a good test here for Campbell before half. Oh, man. Is Campbell hurt? I want to see this replay. I skipped through it really quick. He is. Man. Campbell might be a cut just because he's hurt all the time. But Javon Cox in here now. Goes deep to Hannah on the sidelines and... What? Oh, how does he make that grab? And he can't field a punt. I just don't understand. Can't get it there to Brown. It was kind of a quick throw. Turf toe. Goodness gracious. Okay. Well, Javon Cox is going to get a little bit extra playing time today. Looks around. Incomplete. I would love to have the opportunity to score before half. I don't know if it's going to present itself, especially with the offensive coordinator calling these calls this way. Oh, got him. Get there, get there, get there. I'm not controlling him. Phillips drops it. No. That was kind of one of those moments I didn't trust myself to make a play, so I let the CPU do it, and we still got burnt. We're going to go for it because it's preseason. 4th down and 10. Of course, the coordinator calls this. It's not exactly a favorable 4th down and long call, and Cox just missed him. Whew. I don't know, guys. This is going to be a rough first season for the Vipers if we can't get our act together. And here comes Denver, now with another opportunity to score. Perry looking. I was waiting over the middle for that ball. Couldn't make it happen. Look at that. Will Darby all before half. Unbelievable. Oh, Russell tried to get in. A little dump pass there to the running back. Gets it to the 13-yard line, and now the Predators are going to play with some timeouts. Trying to maximize this drive. We're going to be Palmer up here. Yes! User pick in the end zone. P.J. Palmer is making a name for himself today. Had a huge pass deflection. And now we actually made a play. An all-user play. In coverage. That's amazing. And this offensive coordinator continues to double down on the deep ball. I love it. Looks like we're going to have a blitz from there. Come on. Almost come right back and throw a pick because I'm trying to control the guy. You get so much confidence in this game off of one big play. And from there on in, we're going to do a play action pass here. Hopefully catch them off guard. And it does. I see a... No. We're going to do play action again. I really don't want to give up before half. It's not how I want to play. Ooh. Oh, I saw X. He just can't get the ball out quick enough. Oh, a huge, huge story of the preseason is just discovering our offensive line from top to bottom is not good. And our kicker punts. Wow, Hardaway with a huge hit, but we can't get the fumble. I've also found out the CPU really does not like the fair catch on punts. So, the more you know. And there's a sack by number 92 off the edge. Let's give him a shout out. All these names we have to remember. We're not doing a very good job. That's the third string left end, Dietrich Norris. Of course, probably not going to remember a ton of these guys' names. We probably don't have to come the regular season. Calhoun gets tripped up. Perry's going to look. deep. He's got a man, and he drops it. Wow. Number one, his name escapes me. Go back about 15 minutes ago, and you'll figure out his name, because he got burnt for a touchdown before, determined not to let that happen again. 3rd down and 7. This game's been just a slugfest of deep throws down the field. As we say, enough of that. Sack, get some momentum before half. And we're going to leave this game going into half down with a lot more questions than answers. But we've seen a lot out of some selective guys here. 17-7, Predators over Vipers. Here we are back again. We have said before, and we'll say it again, we will take a look at the halftime game, or the halftime, what do you call it? Halftime show. Goodness gracious. Because it is pretty decent in the regular season. But here for preseason, we're just messing around. Taking a look here. New guys on the field for Denver. Gonna take a look. We had a rush on the edge. That was a weird bubble screen. A play I've never seen before. Jake Perry having himself a decently good day for what I can assume he's either the 2nd or 3rd string quarterback. Playing against 2nd and 3rd string players. And there is another sack. All right. 51's getting in the backfield fairly quickly off of these linebacker blitzes. Our defensive coordinator needs to keep calling them. We're going to be Hardaway here on a blitz. With the slot corner, it doesn't matter. Oh, we almost had Randall there. Not gonna work, as the Predators now have 3rd down and manageable. We're going to be Palmer here. Maybe we get some good luck. That would be a no. As we are beaten again. Can't play zone. Not fast enough to play man. It's a bad place to be. Back to pass. Looks to throw underneath again. Same route. Different guy. I will tell you one thing. Something that I learned from Seattle Seahawks philosophy in the draft recap that I found I don't want to say disturbing. It's not like a life or death kind of thing. But something I didn't like hearing from Pete and John Schneider is after the draft, they were talking about edge players and how important they are, like edge rushers, defensive linemen. Ooh, lollipopped it, and PJ Palmer can't get to it. Anyway, they were talking about in the interview of their draft recap over some various defensive linemen that they've chosen and kind of what goes into drafting an athletic edge rusher. And Pete said in his interview that, well, we really look for athleticism because, not because of obvious reasons like rushing the passer or combating the NFL's, I would say, one of the more tougher positions in right and left tackles. No, that's not the reason. Pete looks for athletic tackle or athletic edge rushers because they have a scheme that, quote, demands their edge rushers to sometimes go back in coverage. Now, this is something I've had a big problem with over the last few years with Seattle schematically in their defense. Now, I thought we got away from that with the various defensive moves we have made in terms of personnel. Oh, of course, 51 having a great game. Now he's hurt. In terms of the players we got, in terms of player personnel, like guys like Carlos Dunlap, guys like Kerry Hyder. If they're your edge rushers, I think of LJ Collier, although they sometimes plug him in at D tackle. Those aren't the guys you want to drop back into coverage. And you can go back and you can look at the film and you can see where it is blatantly obvious that when the opposing quarterback figures out, hey, it's that drop back in coverage defensive edge, we're going to go attack them. It's blatantly obvious. And unfortunately, Pete said in the draft process that has not changed. I want to look out for that this year. There's Douglas on the sideline. Did he grab it? No. Can we challenge in the preseason? Coaching options. Challenge. Yeah, we're going to stand up for our guy. Here we go. Something new. There you go, coach. Throw that red flag out there. I'm pretty sure he caught it. Here's the throw. Here's the grab. Nope, we don't get to see the grab. There's the throw. Oh no, Douglas didn't come down with it. We lose a timeout. And this has been a theme of the Vipers. We just stink on third down. Looks, bullet pass, gets one block, gets two block, gets three, and there's Sutton. Watch him go. I've been really impressed with Sutton this preseason. So anyway, if I'm a Seahawks fan, which I am, but if I were you and I'm a Seahawks fan, I would take a look at schematically how that hurts us defensively this season. As you can see, the lights are on because it's the fourth quarter, so everything's bright. Oh, I thought I had it. I thought if I got Phillips there, then I could toggle off and he'd catch it. But that's not the case. I still haven't figured this out. There we go. Gets Hannah. First down. We're going to hurry up here. Cox is sacked. And now he's hurt. Oh, no. No. Let's hope it's not too serious, but he's grabbing his knee. And in these games, more times than not, that actually meant something. Oh, Lee, you had a chance to just walk in and be great, and you missed him. Oh, man. Wait. Yeah. Why isn't Stephen Arnold in at quarterback? I was like, wait, who's Lee? Lee's going to try again because why not? Now we worked ourselves into a 4th and 16. Dislocated ankle, no. Okay, well, we got a 49-yard field goal on the docket. Lee. Oh, now Myers is kicking a field goal. We got to call another timeout and adjust our depth chart. Oh, this is brutal. Can we auto reorder and just do everybody? Did that fix it? Yes. Stephen Arnold starting at quarterback. So now we're going to get Connor Lee to kick this field goal. There he is. Okay. I just can't mess this up. 100% power. Boom. Oh, that's close. And he missed it. No. Oh, no. Oh, no. We still can't get it done. Well, we're kind of cheating a little bit now because now we got our first team defense in. seeing some names we haven't seen in a long time. There we go. Enough of the third stringers. I want to see the first team put in some work today. Might get a run here. Nope, it's a pass. Ooh, Hardaway can't come down with it. But yeah, I can really tell they swarm to the ball a lot quicker. Makes me feel better about the state of this team when you get the first stringers out there and you go, oh, these guys are sort of competent. There's a rush. We're going to keep this timeout in our pocket. Wilson's going to return this. No more hand on special teams. We are tired of fumbling. Schaefer's going to kick. Myers, get out there and block. Good block by Myers. And Wilson's going to meander up to the 30. Okay. Steven Arnold, show the world you're the Vipers quarterback. That's Denzel Grove. Gotta hurry. Trying to lay it deep for Wallace. He just doesn't... Man, he just doesn't play for the ball or anything. Gets it out to Mills, who catches it. First down. We're running. Can the Vipers pull this off in a unorthodox way? Tried to get it underneath the Grove. Wasn't going to happen. Arnold looks. We're going to dump it here, and it's incomplete. Had a running back underneath. Couldn't get it done. We know that even getting it to the 30 is not good enough for our kicker. This looks like cover 2. It is not. And the linebacker makes a huge play. Wow. These third stringers are playing their hearts out. We are 0 for 2 on fourth down today. But this is, I wouldn't say this is the game, but this is pretty close. Tight end didn't get off in time. Tamini didn't get enough for the first. Oh, just heartbreak. I told you I hate losing. And unfortunately, it looks like we're going to drop 3 straight in the preseason as Perry's on the run. At the end of the day, we acknowledge that, hey, it's just preseason. It doesn't matter. But it does serve as a measuring stick for us in this new league over where we need to improve. And we're not going to be able to improve. That's the thing, except for through development as the season goes along. Because we can't go out in free agency and get people. That's a rule that we've imposed on this ZFL franchise. Because we could really go out and make a super team of free agents that are leftovers. And we just don't want to do that. 2 minutes. This will be the last 2 minutes of some of our maybe least favorite Vipers on the team. But we'll see how it goes. Hughes in motion. I'm going to read that pretty well. Randall almost bumps it out to the outside. Can't get it done. We're going to call our timeout here just because we can. Here we go. Can the Predators get a first down to ice the game? No. Housy's in there. making stuff happen. Punt block, man. Why would you do this? Like, just go all out for the punt. And unfortunately, we're going to have to sit here and wait for a while for this punt to happen. So we'll catch you on the other side. All right. After a fair catch at the 21-yard line, Arnold's going to walk out here, and we're just going to see how far he can throw. Going to throw it underneath. Don't like that to Grove, but that's the only wide out we have. We're going to go play action here. Maybe Kirk or Hannah get out wide here. 73. I saw you made one good block. Why can't you make another as Arnold is sacked? That animation that he had to, like, turn his shoulders to throw it away. Wasn't too thrilled about that. Deep pass here. Might look to Mills. Have to release it quickly. Get it, Mills. Intercepted by Sampson. That'll be the end. And we will see you on the other side of all of this. All right, and after a 17-7, it felt like a beatdown. It felt like it should have been 70-7 defeat to the Denver Predators. We're going to exit the screen. We're actually going to take a look at our injury report from this game. Dislocated ankle. He is out for 3 weeks. So that means we have to keep 3 quarterbacks on the roster. That's unfortunate. We can see guys' overall grades now. Can we cut Cox? We can. So, man, Campbell played really well, but he is hurt often, guys. Let's see what his injury is. 13. 13 injury. Oh, I would say he's made of glass, but he's worse than that. Oh. We're going to keep 3 quarterbacks. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to trade Connor Campbell at some point because he's an 83 overall. He's got A potential. I like the way Trevon Cox plays. But dear goodness gracious, these two have terrible injury ratings. We're also going to take a look at the running back room. Now that we know what is here in front of us, we are not cutting Malachi Merle, and we are not cutting Anthony Sutton. It's going to be Austin Brown. I just don't like the way he plays. Yeah, we're not making a huge mistake in terms of injury. We're going to say goodbye to Austin Brown. This is really interesting now because now we know everybody's, full overalls. Here's Jackson Grammer, right? The guy that is a 49 overall F potential. He was probably he had the most dynamic plays of the preseason. He's big, he's lumbering, he's not very good at route running, but he's clutch. And so we're going to keep him. And in fact, we're going to keep all 6 of these guys on the team. Yes, even Devon Hannah. He showed what he could do. Taking a look at the interior line, we're going to cut Cambrell Moy. Yep, he just didn't get a lot of preseason action. We're also going to cut Hunter Stevens, knowing that we're going to be interchanging the interior and exterior of our line play. We're also going to cut Brandon McGee. And that is it. 4 cuts. And we're going to simulate this week. And I can't wait to show you this next screen that's here on the other side. Boom. And here we are in the movie magic. The season of pre is over. We are leaving that in the dust. And we are not going to ever remember that ever again. Kind of an abysmal start to something new here on the channel, but we're advancing to the regular season. Super excited to take on the LA Heat in Los Angeles. Next episode, we're going to take a look at some of the teams. We're going to take a look at who we're starting where, and we're going to dive right into week 1 action as Seattle takes on LA. I hope you enjoyed our content today, and if you feel so inclined, please like, comment, and subscribe. We want to grow this channel, and the best way to do that is for you to do those things. Share this video with your friends, and just know that very soon there's going to be real life football content on this channel with Seahawks football, and I can't wait to talk to you about that here real soon.